So as we all know, earlier this week in a press conference on Monday, Donald Trump said that he was going to sue pollster Ann Selzer for getting it so wrong in her last Iowa poll that showed Harris could win by 3 or 4 points, and then Trump ended up winning the state, which was not really a shock. But he said he was going to sue her because she was wrong and therefore that is election interference. And everybody agrees that this is a very stupid idea because there's no real lawsuit there. But for the most part, we assume that, yes, obviously everybody on the left is going to say this is stupid, but surely conservatives are going to fall in line with this, right? They always fall in line with Donald Trump. It's not like they're going to go on Newsmax and say that he's just trying to seek attention because he's a big giant baby, right? Well, actually, that's pretty much exactly what happened. Because even conservatives aren't buying into Donald Trump's idiotic rationale for his lawsuit. And on Newsmax this week, a guest who happens to be a lawyer by the name of Chandelle Summer had this to say about Donald Trump's threatened lawsuit. I don't believe there is a case there. I think this is, quite frankly, a frivolous lawsuit filed by Trump seeking attention. I think this particular poll hurt him badly at the time because it was so widely published. And there are no damages because he won the state. He exceeded the poll numbers. And I just don't think you can sue for false advertising, which is what this case is. Okay, so ignore the second, like false advertising. That's not what this is. But she's right about Donald Trump just doing this to seek attention. And I'm, honest to God, shocked that she was even allowed to say this on Newsmax. It makes me wonder if she will ever again be invited to appear on Newsmax, because we know that they have this new policy. You're not allowed to criticize any of Donald Trump's cabinet picks. And I have to assume that that policy also extends to, by the way, don't criticize Donald Trump either, right? You know, he's the guy they're trying to protect by saying don't go after his cabinet picks, so it stands to reason they probably don't want people criticizing him either. So Miss Summers may have unfortunately, ended her relationship with Newsmax if she had one or even wanted one, but she is correct for the most part. She's right about there being no damages, and I'm glad she brought that up because that is the exact same thing I said. And she said it for the exact same reason. You won the state. Like, that's literally the opposite of damages. I mean, hell, if somebody could sue over this, which they can't, it would be Kamala Harris, right? The vice president. The poll said she was going to win, so maybe people stayed home. And then she lost the state. Like, that's still not a lawsuit, but if either of the candidates had a potential lawsuit, it would be Harris, not Donald Trump. This is all about attention. But more importantly, it's also about control. This is why Donald Trump is threatening other lawsuits, because, by the way, the one against Ann Selzer was not the only one he teased during that presser. He also teased the one against CBS and 60 Minutes for allegedly deceptively editing that video with Kamala Harris. He's threatened lawsuits against ABC. He had the one that just settled, by the way. He's threatened lawsuits against the New York Times. He's lost a lot of those, by the way. He's threatened other lawsuits against other outlets, threatened to pull their licenses. This is about control. This is how he beats them into submission. He may not win the lawsuits, but even the threat of a lawsuit and the financial problems that come along with hiring a lawyer, sitting for depositions, all of that can be enough for some of these media outlets to just say, fine, go easy on the guy. We don't want to get wrapped up in litigation. Even if we can win, it's going to be hell for a couple years while we go through it. That's the point. That is what Trump is doing. So part of it, yes, is because he desperately just wants attention. The other part is because he wants to beat the media into submission. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.